What's good, Draco Nation? It's your boy back with another reaction video, man. This is to the top 10 scariest situations people escape from. Now, listen, if you don't know nothing about me, I'm going to let you know on the secret. I don't do air, and I don't do large body of water. Why? Two things. We aren't supposed to be in the air. I'm a human. I got legs. I can walk. Feel me? I can drive. If I can use my legs, that's what I'm going to do. Number two, a large body of water have a different environment. That's their environment. The shit that swim in the water that we don't know about, that's their business. That's where they live. So I'm invading their territory. So they got the green light to do whatever to me because I'm fucking with their life. I'm fucking with their home. So we're going to get straight into it. I'm pretty sure we're going to see a lot of crazy shit in here. Let's get straight into it.
It's a scary place. At any second, your life could change right before your eyes, which is why they say to value every second of your life.
I do.
And go about each day as if it's your last. Some people have had scary near-death experiences or have gone through very tragic events that have changed their lives forever. Thankfully, some have survived to tell the tale. Hey everyone.
First of all, she used survive. That's a red flag right there. I'm not trying to survive going in the water. I'm trying to have fun. I'm trying to chill on the beach. I drift my stupid ass out in the ocean. It's over.
Everyone,
I gotta
what's up?
survive.
Welcome back to Most Amazing Top 10. I'm your host, Lindsay Ivan, and today I'm bringing you the top 10 scary situations people escaped from. Starting off this countdown, we have Ted Bundy. Ted Bundy was an infamous serial killer who confessed to murdering 28 women. But it's thought that his number was probably higher. Now, in order to trick women, Bundy would often pretend to be a cop named Officer Rosalind. In 1974, Bundy targeted a woman named Carol Duranch, who was browsing a bookstore. He approached her and told her that someone had broken into her car and that she had to accompany him to the station. This was obviously a ploy to get her alone and then kill her. While Carol was in his car with Bundy, she knew something was off. She could smell alcohol on his breath, and the car door handles were removed from the inside so she couldn't get out. She started to panic and Bundy attacked her and handcuffed her. Carol fought for her life. She found a way to open the door and then escaped. In our 9th spot, we have Stranger Danger. Posted by Zai on Reddit, they shared the time that they were almost killed as a kid. So he was home alone when a woman came to his house, asking if his parents were home. Now, his parents always taught him to lie and say that they were home, even if they weren't. Smart kid.
Eventually, that child's gonna be able to use what you taught him. Just a simple, yeah, my parents home. He know good and damn well they not. But you taught him, no matter what happens, you tell anybody your parents is home. Just that little gem that you threw in his brain saved his life.
Snapper. So this story was posted on Reddit by the user "My name is Meg, not Egg" in response to a post made about scary experiences. She shared the time that she was 15 and almost kidnapped. So she was walking home alone from work when a Jeep drove by her. The man in the car waved at her and then circled back around and pulled up right in front of her. He then started yelling at her for her to get into the car. He got out and lunged at her, trying to grab her, but thankfully she dodged him and ran behind his car. She kept running until he was no longer following her. Moving on down the list, number 7, we have Mary Vincent. Mary Vincent was hitchhiking at the side of the road when she was picked up by a truck driver named Larry Singleton. That's when she was attacked by him. She begged to be set
I'm surprised
free,
to see
and
some of
that's when he
these.
sliced off one of her arms right above the elbow. But Mary didn't give up. She fought back, but Larry cut off her other arm. He then tossed her body off of a 30-foot cliff. But she survived. She put her elbows in the mud to stop the bleeding, and then she hiked all the way up the cliff to signal for help. She was then taken to—
Yo, bro. Hold on. Go back. Hold on 1 second. First of all, let's get one thing straight. Like, she don't have both of her arms. In my mind, I'm not gonna lie, I'm giving up at that point. Like, I just know I'm supposed to die. Shout out to her. Shit. Even to think, like, how can I stop the bleeding? I'm going to put my shit in mud. So, I'm not thinking of that. A lot of people would.
He then tossed her body
Shout out
off
to her.
a 30-foot cliff. But she survived.
She wanted to live more than
she put
she
her
wanted
elbows
to die,
in the mud
period.
to stop the bleeding. And then she hiked all the way up the cliff to signal for help. She was then taken to a hospital and survived this whole tragedy. And at number 6, we have the family murder. When this individual was 17, she overheard her father and his friend planning a murder. The murder of her mother, sister, and herself.
Wow.
He planned to burn the house down while they were asleep. That same day, she caught her father loading up his car with some of his personal items that he wanted to save from the fire. He then drove those items over to his friend's house. Now, she wasn't supposed to be home, so the father had no clue that his daughter knew of his plan. When he left, she went to call the cops, but he had cut the phone lines. She then waited outside, and thankfully her mother and sister got home before her dad got back. They quickly packed up some stuff and fled. We're now at our 5th and halfway mark with the abandoned building.
What the fuck?
So back in the 90s, Reddit user Black Machine was out with his friends
father
fooling
tried to
around.
get rid of
They decided
everybody.
to sneak into an abandoned house that was in their neighborhood. And good thing that they did, because in the abandoned house they found 2 girls handcuffed and gagged in one of the upstairs bedrooms. Apparently, the girls were kidnapped and brought there the night before. In our 4th spot, we have the psychopath.
That's crazy,
so
too.
One night, a girl and a group of her friends were out having dinner at a restaurant. When they finished, it was about 1 a.m. and they were walking back home. Now, the night before, one of the girls broke up with their boyfriend. And what do you know? Out of nowhere, the boyfriend approaches them and slices his ex's stomach open with a knife. The girl was left bleeding, holding her own intestines. Thankfully, an ambulance arrived quickly and put all her organs back into place and...
Wait a minute. First of all, I don't like how she was going with the knife through the fucking meat. Like, relax, bro. I'm not trying to see all that. Number 2, my guy. It's a billion other females out here. You just went and cut your goddamn ex stomach open. Cause she left you. That's probably why. Like, you weird.
Sewed her back up. She sometimes suffers from digestive problems, but at least she survived the attack.
Of course.
Her ex, on the other hand, got 13 years in jail. Moving on to
13? That bitch can't even shit right no more. Like, she can't do nothing normal. She can't fart. Like, she probably gotta go back to the hospital. If she sneeze, she gotta go back to the hospital. If she eats something that give her gas, it's over. 13 years.
Number 3, we have Bethany Hamilton. Bethany Hamilton is one of the most well-known professional surfers out there.
I remember this. Everybody saw this movie.
Motivating
Soul
in a number
Surfer.
of ways. When Bethany was just 13 years old, she was attacked by a shark while out surfing with her friend and their family. The shark grabbed her left arm and ripped it off. Bethany was losing blood quickly and she was rushed to the hospital. She lost 60% of her blood and had to undergo a number of surgeries. But this didn't stop her. She continued on with surfing, no matter how challenging it was with one hand. She didn't let this attack get in the way of her dreams. And the fact that she was able to enter the ocean after all that, like, I personally don't think I would have been strong enough to go back into the ocean.
Nobody would. If you think about it, like, when you have a traumatic thing happen in your life, like, that's the last thing you want to ever do again. But they always tell you, if you love something and you fuck up to it, or something terrible happen, get back on the horse, basically, is what I'm saying. Get back on the horse. Because if you continue to be scared of it, you'll never do it again. Shout out to her.
Shark attack. Like, she is so brave and strong.
A shark took her arm off. I will never get back in the water again.
In 2009, Caitlin Beatles was out spending her
Fuck
day
around, never take a shower again.
Friends. They were jet skiing, having fun, when her jet ski flipped. While trying to get back on, a boat dragging a canoe headed right towards her. The driver was looking behind him and didn't see Caitlin in the water. The boat hit her, and the propellers chopped up her left leg, tearing through her muscles, nerves, and skin. It also sliced a major artery leading to her heart. The metal
Damn,
pole
I
attached
just
to
lost
the
all
boat's
feeling in
propeller
my
went
legs.
right through her
Dang,
leg and broke
that
her
shit's
femur.
crazy,
the water
bro.
around her started to turn red. She could see her muscles and skin floating in the water. Caitlin was then picked up by a helicopter, but since she lost so much blood, she actually flatlined and was pronounced dead. but the paramedic kept going, determined to save her. The next thing she remembers is waking up in the hospital during her surgery. She could hear the doctor saying how that she was going to lose both of her legs. But Caitlin was lucky. The doctor saved both of her legs. She had tons of stitches, and for the first couple of weeks, all she could do was lay in bed. She couldn't even talk. But she managed to survive
shout out, bro.
this terrible accident,
Shout out
which
to
is
the
incredible.
paramedics,
and in fact,
bro.
Caitlin Beadle was Justin Bieber's ex-girlfriend. And in our number one spot, we have...
Why didn't I hear about this? Like, I never heard of this. I never heard of that female before. Like, she almost lost both of her legs, and it was Justin. I didn't know that.
9/11. Now, we all know how tragic this day was. Over 2,000 innocent people lost their lives and thousands were left heartbroken. But a man named Michael Wright was one of the few people that managed to escape. Michael was working on the 81st
If you haven't heard his story, I don't know what rock you living under.
The whole building shake. The floor split open and some of the walls crumbled. Michael immediately headed for the stairs and tried to remain calm while making his way down. However, along the way, he learned the horrors of what happened. On some floors, he saw dead bodies everywhere, none of them intact. The windows were stained with blood. He stopped to help some people along the way, but he was panicked and didn't think he was going to make it out. In fact, he almost didn't. At one point, he heard another boom and everything went black. He was covered and trapped under some rubble, but he managed to escape seconds before his entire building came tumbling down. And that's all for today's video. Now, that was a pretty intense way to end the video, so...
I ain't gonna lie, that was pretty intense. But listen, if y'all haven't checked out his story, literally he goes detail to detail of the moments of the buildings coming down, and he's literally haul-assing down the stairs. Go check that out. Like, if you haven't seen, I don't know what rock you've been living under. You go check that out. But listen, y'all, that's gonna do it for the end of that video, bro. I was shocked by some of these. Some of these I was aware of, like the Soul Surfer girl, Ted Bundy. Some of those big names that happened, like, I was aware of those. So I was actually surprised about some of these that I had no idea about, like the girl almost losing both of her legs. And that was Justin Bieber's ex. I haven't heard of that. I haven't heard of that female before. So shout out to them. They still with us. So shout out to all of them. But y'all, that's going to do it for the end of that video. Like the video, subscribe to the YouTube channel for more banger reactions. And I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace.